Everybody, Laura Sanko here, and welcome to UFC 259 Quick Hits, presented to you by Howlerhead. And as you can see, I am joined by the #1 ranked heavyweight in the UFC, Francis Ngannou. Francis, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Laura, and yourself?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking. It's very polite of you. Listen, I know that you're getting ready for UFC 260, March 27. It is right around the corner. You got a great team surrounding you there at Extreme Tour. Guys like Eric Nixick, Dewey Cooper. How is camp right now? This is the hard part, right? Those last few weeks.
Yes, the last few weeks. But as you said, I have a great team around, and then it's been making things even better, and keep pushing for the last line. But everything is going very well, So yeah, we're 3 weeks away. We get there, we get the job done, and go back home.
Pushing is the word too. I've had a few rounds with Eric Nixick, and man, that is exactly what he does. He pushes a pace. How are you feeling coming to this fight? How ready are you?
I'm very ready. I'm ready, like a fight that I should have won 3 years ago. So I feel very excited and very prepared. This time wasn't like this time has nothing to do like the last time. Everything is right on point, like as far as training and everything going to this fight is good so far. So yeah, I think everything. I think that we're gonna be good.
I follow you on Instagram, and one of my favorite things is when you have people line up and just rip you to the body as hard as they possibly can. No padding. I gotta know who hits the hardest. Who hit you the hardest?
Who hit me the hardest?
Yeah.
I think as far as for now, he was Eric.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. He was Eric.
If he fought, he would definitely be a heavyweight, so that would make sense. But Dan Ige looked like he was trying pretty darn hard.
Yeah, he's a featherweight. He's not a heavyweight.
Yes, a little different.
Yes, there's a lot different weights.
Last week we had some heavyweights fight. Cyril Gane got the win there, and of course Jon Jones crept onto Twitter, had some things to say. He said, those boys better get used to pushing the pace. All this standing around ain't gonna fly when daddy comes home. And then of course, you came over the top with your own tweet, which I loved. Daddy comes home, ? I love the laughing emojis. What were you thinking there? What was behind that tweet?
Well, Jon Jones, he loves attention. He's always like to have a say on anything and to bring attention on him. But the thing was like, you're not even in the heavyweight division yet. We haven't heard you loud and clear about that. So just get in there, get yourself a fight, then we will know, we will trust you. We don't know what you're doing. So stop talking. And even if you get there, you're not a daddy.
Nobody's daddy, certainly not yet. Absolutely. Let's talk about tonight's fights. We have 3 championship belts on the line, an unbelievable night of fights. Let's start at the top, and this is another situation where size might play a difference, right? You've got the middleweight king coming to take on Jan Blachowicz, the light heavyweight king. Do you feel like the potential 20-odd pound difference between Israel Adesanya and Jan Blachowicz is going to be a factor in this fight, or is Izzy just too slick and too fast for Jan?
Yeah, I mean, we can ignore that fact. The fact that Izzy is lighter than Jan, and Jan is a knockout, very aggressive fighter. I mean, this was a very courageous fight for, this is a very challenging fight for Izzy, and man, I'm gonna tell you something. This guy is crazy to go for that fight. Even, I mean, he didn't have any problem in the middleweight division, but to go to the light heavyweight division, basically with guy like Jan Blachowicz, I'm gonna tell you something. This is something crazy that no many people can do. They cannot take that decision to take those kind of challenge. So I give him credit of that regarding the risk. But as we all know, Easy, I mean, I think this is a fight that he really have a lot of chance to win. He can just like pick Blachowicz apart, and I think that's what he's gonna do. Shut his legs, move around, use his speed and everything to take advantage. And after you take those, after Blachowicz takes certain number of those leg kick, I mean, he won't be moving as easy again. So I think that will be an important fact. But there's also something that Easy might have in back on the back on his pocket that we were just thinking about. Maybe Easy might just have some submission or some ground game on this fight. I mean, this guy is crazy. He's full of surprise. So, on my prediction, I keep a slight percent on like submission for Easy. But
that's wild. I feel like if you bet Izzy winning by submission, you would probably make a lot of money if that happens. That would be absolutely incredible. And he's kind of teased the idea of moving up to heavyweight himself. In particular, I think that Jon Jones fight could get him there. What do you make of that? I mean, that would be a next level of crazy, right?
Well, he was clear about that. Because he's chasing Jon Jones, and I think he's gonna chase this guy until his grave. So it looks like if Jon Jones move up to a new weight class, which is super heavyweight, is he gonna move to super heavyweight to fight him?
They'll be fighting super heavyweight at 200 pounds. It'll be wild. I got to ask, too, about Jan versus Sterling. Now, I'm sure that Aljamain Sterling isn't someone that you drill with or necessarily spar with a lot, but I know he put in a lot of work out there at Extreme Couture. I'm sure you've seen him in the gym and seen some of his rounds. What do you make of this fight, and how has he been looking?
He's been looking great. I mean, we have been, I have a chance to see a couple of his training, of his sparring, and with a good sparring partner that he was able to handle with good submission skills. But on the other hand, a good striking, a good timing as well. So I think this is a good toys that he has on his pocket against a guy as young, but which is very violent guy. You know, it could be very dangerous. But I think Aljamain is ready for this fight. That's what, as far as I can see.
I think that's going to be an absolutely fantastic fight. And then we also, of course, have the co-main event. Greatest female fighter of all time, looking to defend her second title, her featherweight title. She's already defended the bantamweight title a number of times. She's looking to defend that featherweight strap yet again against a very interesting challenger in Megan Anderson. But I just got to ask you one last thing. I need one prediction from you for this card. It can be any prediction, anywhere on the card. I need one prediction from you.
Listen, I think if you make a solver on this fight, to know who's gonna win, for a prediction for this fight, you will come to maybe 90% people say Amanda. Obviously, we all know that everything can happen in the fight, but knowing this girl, how aggressive she can be, and those people that monster that she have took down, I mean, then you start to ask yourself, what exactly can stop Amanda Nunes? But on the other hand, you are a fighter, you know exactly what's happened. Sometime in the fight, unexpected thing happen in the fight. You don't know how it is. So that give Megan Anderson a chance. But as a prediction, like you're gonna go for Amanda for this fight.
Absolutely,
there's
Francis.
there's a reason why she is like what
Yep.
-7, -900. Yes, like -900. So a huge advantage.
She's a massive
Yes,
favorite.
massive,
She's an
massive
absolutely
favorite.
massive favorite.
Yeah. But
Yep.
the fight that I'm very interested about it is the fight against Thiago Santos. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, I think that fight is probably a candidate of fight of the night. This fight is gonna be brutal. These two guys are gonna go against each other. Like, yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that.
I agree with you. And Alexander Rakic is so huge. Rakic to me is like almost as big. He's not as big as you are, but when I see him in person, he's just an absolute massive guy. He's wild.
But he's not just massive. He's very brutal, very aggressive. Like when he fight,
technical.
Yes. When he fight, he's very aggressive. And the same thing with Thiago. And I kind of just picture both of them there, like just going like to kill another one. I mean, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait for. I think other than the easy fight, the main event, that's my fight. Like, that's my fight on the card.
I think you nailed it. And the fights have been incredible already. And Francis, thank you so much. We can't wait to see you fight in just a few weeks on UFC 260. But guys, these prelims are going to be kicking off on ESPN and ESPN Plus at 8 Eastern. Of course, they have the main card kicking off at 10 Eastern on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Keep it locked in right here for more quick hits presented by Howard Head coming your way. We'll see you there. Thank you so much, Francis.
Thank you, Laura. It's a pleasure.